Do you know how it feels for senior executives when they don't feel like anyone gets them or like anyone feels the pressure that they are under? Just imagine, upper management or the board of directors see only one thing, results, whereas their colleagues, very competitive and waiting for them to fail. And their team, disengaged, totally not committed, not doing anything, and barely doing the necessary work to get the job done. And what's worse is that they have tried so many things. They've read so many books, they've listened to so many podcasts, and even taken so many trainings, only to find that nothing works. Very frustrating, very stressful, and highly overwhelming situation. Well, my name is Nadine, and I am an executive and emotional intelligence coach. I have helped hundreds of leaders globally to navigate such tough and difficult situations. What I do is I focus on their emotional intelligence and conversational intelligence skills, and I support them to create and build deep trust with people around them, whether it's their team or their colleagues or upper management or the board of directors. And by creating that trust, they're able to inspire them to be more committed, more engaged, and highly motivated. In this channel, I'm going to be sharing the tips and tricks that these people took in order to get where they are. And you can be able to implement the same things as well. If you're interested to know more and find out more information, make sure you subscribe below. What does it look like to work with me? I have been asked this question many times. And what I'd like to share with you now is the model that is at the center of all the work that I do with leaders. And I call it the VITA model. Why VITA? Because VITA in Latin means life. And I truly believe that true leadership is a living practice that is also able to give life to anything and anyone that it touches. Now, what does it stand for? The V in VITA stands for vulnerability embraced. Why? Because I want you to embrace your vulnerability. Now, on a first note, you might think that vulnerability is a weakness, and why would I want you to be weak? But actually, according to researcher Brene Brown, vulnerability is defined as the courage to show up and be seen in times where the outcome is uncertain. So I want you to focus on courage because it is courageous to be vulnerable and not weak at all. But we have been taught the wrong beliefs around vulnerability. And that's why we want to work together. And that's why I want to show you in the videos that follow how you can be vulnerable in an easy and practical way. Now, the I in VITA stands for identity awakened. What do I mean by that? Identity is about you, reconnecting with who you truly are, with your authentic self, with that core deep inside you. So we'll reconnect you with your values, your purpose, your strengths. What do you stand for? What's the legacy you want to leave behind? Because I believe that a leader cannot shine if they don't truly know who they are and reconnect with their authentic selves. Now, the T in VITA is surely for trust optimized. Now, if you have watched any of my previous videos, you will know how deeply I believe in the value of creating and building trust with people around us. So we will help you develop that trust. And in the coming videos, I will talk about that a lot. Where are you in terms of building trust with people? And how do you take those steps to build deeper trust? Now, you may ask, why am I so excited about trust? Because, as a former pharmacologist, I know that neurochemically, when we are in trust, we're able to give our best. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to give your best and to inspire others around you to do the same. And last but not least, aspiration ignited. So the A in VITA stands for aspiration ignited. And one thing to note here is that I don't want only your potential to be unleashed. I want us to work together to help you unleash the potential of people around you. So I would love to hear your feedback and your comments around this model that I have created. So if you have any feedback, If you have any comments, if you have any questions that you would want to ask, now's the time to pause that video and write them in the comments below. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you. I want to mention is that this model is not haphazard. It comes after more than 2,000 hours of coaching, thousands of hours training people, and many, many credentials and certifications. And add to that, of course, the mistakes that I've made and I've learned from, and all the obstacles and challenges that I have faced and was able to surpass. So practically, this model is a culmination of the last 20 to 30 years of my life. And guess what? You can have that all. And imagine how much time you will save just by subscribing to this channel. You know, John, one of my coachees, what he said to me was, you know, Nadine, when I came to you for coaching, my objective was to know how to better handle my co-founder in my business. I never knew that after only a few sessions, I would exit that business with my co-founder. I would end a very toxic relationship, and I would find my own path that is aligned with my values and with who I am. So thank you. And guess what? You can have the same thing. If you're ready to lead with VITA, just subscribe to this channel. Because you know what? This model works. It's not just theory. And I'm going to be sharing with you the pillars, each of the pillars, and how you can get there with very practical tools and simple steps. So stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, and let us grow together.